Here we go. Welcome to the final series in the four of live instructional webinars designed to support the school annual online yearbook program. Today we'll be focusing on the functions that relate to proofing and submitting pages. Specifically, we'll be reviewing using virtual book, running spell check on pages, or reviewing pages for duplication for duplicate portraits, uh, completing pages, reviewing completed pages, submitting pages, and getting the proper paperwork filed on at the time of submission. This webinar will be approximately 20 minutes. So let's go ahead and get started. So here we're on our main screen, and we're going to talk real quickly about page margins right here. So one of the things we want you to do when you're looking at your book is to look at photos and look at the page margin. Mainly what we want you to do is if they're close to the margin right here, this red line is the trim line. So what we want you to do is look at these photos. Do you have students that are right inside the trim line, right above the trim line, right here? One thing you can do is do a print preview. Here's the trim line right here, this black and white dotted line. So you can see like this photo is perfectly safe right here. It's far enough away from the dotted line, you're fine. But this one right here in the middle, you can see the dotted line goes right over the top of his head, right over the top right here on this student and to the side of this student. So there's some adjustments you may need to make sure that the student's image is clear on the page and can be seen. Other things you want to look out for is any background that comes up to a certain point. This is a little dramatized right here, but make sure you don't have any like white showing because when it's trimmed, the last thing you want is have like a white line going all the way across here. So it kind of looks like your print has shifted just a little bit when it was being printed, but it's just a case of the background not going all the way past into the bleed line area, like right here, like where this little faded red is. So if this was page was to print, this faded red would be all the way to the edge. So as it's cut, it looks like it's one complete print and everything's good to go. All right. So let's go ahead and let's talk about reviewing pages. So here we have a page that is done. It's ready to go. It's ready to submit. So one of the things we could do is to find out if there are any errors on the page is we're going to go down here to this little icon at the bottom right hand corner of the screen with a little purple dot. We're going to click on that and you're going to see comments is the first one. The next one is that little exclamation point in the triangle. We're going to click on that and this is called pre-flight. So this will tell us everything that is currently wrong or currently has an issue on the page. So the first one we see right here is image element remains unedited. So we're going to click on that one and it will actually highlight it on the page. What an image element is it's a image frame that doesn't have a picture in it. So basically it is just this on the page. So this thing right here, this blue box, is hiding somewhere or behind something. 9 times out of 10, it's behind something that you can't see it. So again, we're going to click on this right here. Number one, it'll actually highlight it on the page. So here it is right here behind this image. If I click on this image and move it, here you can see it's hiding. So what causes this is, like I said, is the image not going into the image frame when it was brought onto the paper. So to easily remove it, again, click on here, push delete on your keyboard, and that frame is now gone. If we save it, that text is now that warning is now gone. But what you'll see out here on the right is the next issue just moves up into that number one slot. So if we click right here, one of the things we need to do is we need to check text. So if we look at our text right here, we need to make sure that all the text boxes are used on the screen. Right here, the one was just placed on the screen. It wasn't edited. It wasn't done anything. So we need to edit this or just simply remove it and save it. Now, one thing with text boxes, you need to look over your whole entire page. It helps if you want to zoom in just a little bit and look, because sometimes text boxes, like this one right here, like to hide in areas where you can't see it, or like over here, again, it likes to hide in areas where you can't see them. So if it ever says a text box remains unedited and you can't see it on a page, you've clicked on it and still can't see it, chances are it's in an area that it's just hiding from you. Another thing we want to look at is spelling. So one of the things the spell checker will do, you can click on spell check right here, and it will tell you that hey, teaching was wrong. So we're going to go ahead and fix that right there. Now it will say that there's no further spelling errors on the page, but actually there is. There's right here. So we have 20 year instead of 20 years. The abbreviation, we're just missing an S. So that's one thing that spell checker won't pick up is any abbreviations or any simple spellings or stuff like that, or what looks technically it is spelled correctly. It's just maybe the wrong use of the word. Right. So other things we need to look at. So we're going to come over here to flow, and we're going to look at this class right here. So one of the things we want to look at is we have 18 images, 17 images have been flown. One image remains. So this is one thing we need to check on all your flows is make sure that every single student is accounted for. Um, Make sure that their portrait is accounted for. Make sure their names can be seen and are accounted for. And make sure the correct names under the correct students. Because if you don't catch it now, and you're going to hear me say this a lot during this, if you don't catch it now, a parent will. So if you look over here, we have like a missing spot right here. So chances are there was a miscount of just how many students were in this page when this flow element was set up. Simple way to fix it is simply just to reset. Double click on a blue box, come over here, click the eye in the upper right hand corner, bring that box back. We're going to save and then just reflow. And then we have our missing student back. So we have 0 remaining images, so all the students are accounted for. Now, one thing you will notice on this page right here is the names are there, but your background is different or is the same color as the text right here. So you have a contrast issue, so you can't see the names. Several different ways to fix this. You can simply just reset, click on this, and then just change the text color to black. And then just reflow and the issue is resolved. You can always come over here, get a shape box and put it back there and just simply do something as simple as this. Go to arrange and we're just going to go send it back. And you can just change that shape box to different colors so it helps the name stand out from that white background. If you want to use white text, something to break it up. So that's one way to fix it. Other than that, just look for any like shape boxes like this. Delete them. Look for another one behind the teacher here. Text boxes. Right. There we go. And there we are. So right here, we fixed everything. We're going to go ahead and save it. Then right here, so you can mark this page complete one of two ways. First one is if you want to mark them complete one by one, you can just click on complete right here, come up to page 4, mark that complete. It will put a padlock on here, so you can't edit this page anymore or make any more changes. I can move things up because I have different credentials. Um, but once that padlock is on there, then everything will kind of just stay right there. I'm actually going to return these pages so that we can show you how to mark them complete on the page ladder. So again, so once we go to the next page, again, some of the things that you may want to look at. Again, look at your spelling right here. Run your spell check. Look at things that are correct or actually spelled correctly, but just missing a letter. So spell check wouldn't miss that. That was Mr. instead of Mrs. Okay, and here we go. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to our page ladder and we're going to talk about how to mark the pages complete. So once you're done looking at the book and you have gone through and edit the whole entire page, made sure everything looks good, names are spelled correctly, text is spelled correctly, and all that. One of the things we want to have you do is have somebody else look at the book because another set of eyes on the book always helps. You've been looking at the book for a while now, you've been working on the book for a while now, and so sometimes you may become blinded to the fact that certain things may be wrong or you've been looking at it for so long that everything just becomes normal. So it doesn't it helps to have somebody else look at the book for you. You could do that different ways. First, you can come up here to print and print all. So what this will do is start generating a PDF of your whole entire book. Now, this will take a little bit of time depending on the number of pages you have and how much information or how much images or stuff like that you have on your book. Once this is done, you can actually save it as a PDF and send it to a principal or send it to another colleague, send it to somebody to have them look at the book for you and all that. So that always helps right there. So once you're done with that and you're ready to start actually submitting your book, to do this as a one shot right here, you can actually click on select all. And what this will do is select all your pages. So you'll see that little blue box with the check mark in all the pages right here. Come up to actions right here next to the star and click on complete. Sometimes you may get a box appear like there that says page status update. It will let you know what pages are currently completed, what pages have failed. Some of these pages failed could be anything from like um, a text box is unedited, an image frame is not removed. Sometimes it could be something as rare as a piece of clip art is distorted just a little bit, so the box and the clip art just needs to be changed just a touch. So you can go through here and find out what is exactly wrong with some of these pages. For me, some of these pages aren't started, so that's why those errors came up. But once you fix everything and once you have everything complete, now this is probably the most important thing right here. This is when you would definitely need to have a second pair of eyes. Definitely have somebody check it out for you and all that. Um, in the complete status, you have the option of returning the pages. Up here in the upper right hand corner, you can click on this little arrow and you can return that page to in progress and make any edits. And then you can always mark that page complete again. If you want to, you can select all and under actions, return and return all the pages back to in progress and make edits as you need them. The reason why we say all this to tell you this next part is once you submit your book, you're telling us to print it as is. Um, Now, once you've submit your book, you do have 24 hours to email us or call us and let us know that, hey, I need this one page back or I need these pages back to make some edits. After that, you would have to call your sales rep, and your sales rep is the one that's going to have to say whether or not the book can be um, brought back. And that's because that any disruption in uh, your book or bringing your book back could change the deadline to when your book is delivered. So this is why we tell everyone to please double check, triple check your pages and your book before you submit it. So this way we don't have any disruptions and we can get your book to you on time. All right. And if you ever want to view your book, you can come up to Showcase and Virtual Book, and this will give you approximation of what your book will look like. And then right here, you can kind of go page by page. If there's anything you need to edit, click on the edit button. It'll take you right to that page. All right. So after your book is submitted and all that, usually within the 48 hours ish, um, you should get an email or some information from your sales rep confirming the number of copies, um, any other agreement options, and invoice and stuff like that. If you don't, please get a hold of your sales rep to get that information because we need to double check that and make sure that the number of copies are correct and then anything else is correct before we send everything to shipping. So one last thing we want to talk about here real quick is if you have any personalizations, come up to sales and then submit personalization. This will have to be done before you submit. So before you submit, make sure that you select what color of personalization you want, who can get the personalization. So if you have books you know are sold, of course, paid in full, you want those. If you want partial pay because you know some students will be paying here the next couple of days, you can do partial pay. If you want non-paid, you can always uncheck that. It will always tell you the number of books right here that have been received and a number of students' records for personalization. So always let you know how many books you have for personalization right here. Then how do you want those books boxed? Do you want them alphabetical, by grade, by homeroom? Um, so just check whatever one you want, and then just click submit, and it will submit that information for your personalization. That personalization is like if you have a name on a cover. All right, so those are the major things with completing your book is double checking. Like I said, double checking the spelling, double checking, make sure you can account for every single one of your students, double checking their names to make sure that the names are spelled correctly. Look at everything, make sure you have all the images that you need. No, they actually create their own image frame. So I can show you that real quick. So like this individual right here, if I delete her image, it actually created an image frame for her. So once you place a portrait or a candid image on there, a image frame is already created for it because it has to have something to hold that image in. All right.
What about when you use a template?
A
They already
template.
have the little frame.
Yep. It already has that little frame in it. So if we bring
Uh,
something over, it already has your frames for you. So then when I bring an image in, it just puts it puts that image inside the frame.
And if it doesn't fit in it, um,
If it
I've
doesn't fit in it, it
seen it.
just hovers over it. We've seen that a lot. Like they think that it fits right there, and it doesn't. So then it's an image frame behind an already established image. So if I delete this image, there's already an image frame in there.
And if it doesn't fit, can I delete the frame underneath
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
just
you can always move it down, click on that, delete that, and
and
then
and
just
then make it
move
fit?
this back and then
Okay.
make your adjustments.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, so I'm going to read this outro here real quick. I want to thank you for joining me today. The demonstration of the functions related to finalizing pages in the school annual online program may reduce the stress sometimes associated with meeting a deadline. Please feel free to contact tech support or customer service uh, to aid you in this project. Everyone at School Annual Company is looking forward to seeing what you created this year. And I want to thank you all for joining me for these four webinars this session. I do appreciate it. And if you have any questions, you can always email me or call me at the tech support service, and I'll get those questions answered for you.